On my quest to make more original content, I have decided to copy Patters yet again. Patters reminded me that Pokemon of the Year was a thing, and I didn't get to cover it because I was at PAX, and now that I'm home, I can cover it. So I know I'm like 3 weeks late, but this stuff always fascinates me. Back in like 2016, I believe it was, we had a Japan exclusive vote where we got to see the top 721 Pokemon, I think it was at the time. We got to see the top Pokemon in Japan. The winner of that actually was Greninja, followed by Arceus. Very strange. Then Mew, Pikachu, Sylveon, Genesect, yada yada yada. But this was, of course, Japan only. So now in 2020, Google has decided to team up with Pokemon and have a Pokemon of the Year vote. All you had to do was type in on Google Pokemon of the Year, and this little thing would come up saying, yeah, vote. Here's me voting for Charizard. I didn't actually vote for Charizard. I'll show you guys my real votes in a moment. But yeah, this stuff always fascinates me. There's 890 Pokemon, and you got to vote 1 Pokemon per generation, so you get 8 votes total. And yeah, this stuff always fascinates me, so I figured we'd just take a look at what I voted for versus what actually ended up winning the Pokemon of the Year vote. Shout out to Pokemon DB. They compiled a list of every single generation of Pokemon that won, and then of course Pokemon themselves made a top 10 video of the top 10 overall most voted for Pokemon. So let's check that out, I suppose. Funny story, I was actually getting a tattoo while I voted for these Pokemon. It was this Aku one right here, I believe I was getting. Yeah, this Aku tattoo right here. I was getting this. I was in the middle of getting it done when I decided to do my voting. So I'm an idiot, and I've like put all of these screenshots out of order. So Generation 1, I voted for Charmeleon. Not too far off of Charizard, but I'm a big Charmeleon fan. I always have been. I couldn't really think of a Generation 1 Pokemon that I liked more than Charmeleon. Maybe Dragonite. Dragonite's pretty cool. But overall, childhood love for me was Charmeleon. So voted for my boy. I knew it was an empty vote. I knew Charmeleon probably wouldn't even make it to the top 50 of the generation. Charmeleon isn't a fan favorite by any stretch of the imagination, but I've got to vote for. Well, I'm not trying to do strategic voting. I'm doing personal voting. You know what I mean? Listen, we all knew Charizard was going to win, no matter what. But I wanted to put my vote towards Charmeleon. Generation 2, I voted for another middle stage fire starter, Quilava, the only middle stage fire starter of Generation 2. Big Quilava fan. There's actually a lot of really cool Pokemon from Gen 2. Croconaw nearly got my vote. Also, I loved Totodile, of course. Cyndaquil's great as well. Bayleaf is cool. Those are just starters. Scizor, Tyranitar, Celebi, Ho. There's so many good Pokemon in Gen 2, but I think Quilava is my personal favorite from that generation. Generation 3, I had to give my vote to Mawile. I've not actually had a look properly at the top 30 of any of these generations, actually. I know generally who won the top 10, but I'm trying to think like where Mawile would be placed. Like, I already know Quilava and Charmeleon aren't typically fan favorites, so they're not going to be placed very high. But Mawile, I could see her maybe being top 30. Maybe. Generation 4, I had to vote for Shaymin. Now, Shaymin's a legendary Pokemon, so I don't doubt that Shaymin will be top 30 of Generation 4. When it comes to the entire list, I'm not sure Shaymin will be top 30, but top 30 of Gen 4, easily, surely. Yeah, Shaymin's my favorite Pokemon, so. Gen 5, I had to represent Scrafty. Like, I mean, what other Pokemon from Gen 5 do I like more than Scrafty? None. Generation 6, I actually went with Goodra. I think Goodra has just kind of snuck up and took my heart and became my favorite Gen 6 Pokemon. I mean, I love Yveltal, and there is a lot of really good Gen 6 Pokemon, but I think Goodra is just overall like my favorite. I just love Goodra, man. Goodra's sick. It is a pseudo-legendary, but it's not like a typical pseudo-legendary. Like, it's not like a cool badass one like Garchomp and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if Goodra would make it into the... Yeah, Goodra would make it into the top 30 of Gen 6. There's only like 70 Pokemon in Gen 6. So Goodra should make it into the top 30, right? I guess we'll see. I just really, with this video, I want to see how many of my picks made it into the top 30. Gen 7, I had to go for my second favorite Pokemon, Torracat. Don't think he's going to be in the top 30 though, but I love him so much. I mean, maybe because of the anime. He's very prevalent in the anime, so maybe. Someone's got a small penis, Jesus Christ. And then of course, Gen 7, who else but Toxtricity? If he's not in the top 30, I know he is. He came second. I will say that now. I know he came second. That's Gen 8. That's not Gen 7. Did I say Gen 8? Gen 7. I'm losing my marbles. Toxicity. Absolutely love this mon, and I'm glad he's getting all the love he deserves. Oh yeah, that is okay. Yeah, this is Gen 7, dude. My brain is melting with there's so much Pokemon nowadays. Anyways, those were my personal votes for the Pokemon of the year. How many of them actually got into the top 30 of their generation? Let alone the top 10, I guess we're going to find out now. And if you guys want to do this little exercise with me, then feel free to. It would be really cool if you did. Here is Pokemon DB. Shout out to them. I'll leave a link to this tweet in the description. Pokemon of the year results. Top 30 from each region. Oh boy. All right. Surprising no one, Charizard came in first for Generation 1. Very cool. 93,000 votes. Good goddamn. Gengar came second. Makes sense. Bulbasaur came third. Bulbasaur beat Pikachu. Bulbasaur, Pikachu, then Eevee. That's crazy. That's actually kind of wild. Okay, I see you guys. I mean, Pikachu, I used to be a big Pikachu hater because I was like, dude, stop giving them so much attention. But like, Pikachu has really grown on me. Like, anytime I see anything Pikachu related, I'm just like, he's so cute. I've got Pikachu bottle, dude. I love this man. Pikachu's great. So he got fourth. Probably deserves a little bit more than fourth. Bulbasaur beat Pikachu. That blows my mind, actually. Then, of course, we're on Eevee, Dragonite. Dragonite's top 10. Let's go. Love Dragonite. Mew, Mewtwo. Oh, Mew beat Mewtwo. That's mad. Arcanine, Lapras. You really think you know what popular Pokemon? Lapras is in the top 10. And then Snorlax, Ninetales, Squirtle, Blastoise. Vaporeon's number 15. I'm with it. Muck. That must be because of the anime. That must be. Who? Muck is ahead of Charmander. Who uses their one individual vote on Muck? That has to be because of the anime. Who's a Muck fan? That's crazy. Ditto. Slowpoke. Okay, that's an... I guess that makes sense. Slowpoke's kind of a meme. Nidoking. Porygon is in the top 21. Yes, go on, Porygon. I love all the Porygons. Vulpix, Psyduck, Raichu deserved a little bit better than that, mate. I'm not even gonna front. Pinsir, Jolteon, Dragonair, Venusaur, Articuno, and Magnemite. No Charmeleon. Charmeleon isn't in the top 30. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Psyduck's up there. I'm a big fan of Psyduck. Yeah, that's Generation 1. Who am I surprised not to see? I don't think I'm really... I don't know. I'm more surprised about the placements. I think I'm surprised Muck is on there. I'm surprised Alakazam isn't. I figured Alakazam had a lot more fans than that, but I guess not. That's pretty... Magnemite's number 32. Okay, that's really weird. Magnemite is always like looked at as one of those like man-made Pokemon that people don't really... Or those like inanimate object Pokemon. They're like, oh, inanimate object Pokemon, they're bad. Magnemite is always kind of looked at as one of those, so I figured he would be a lot lower, but apparently not. Awesome. Well, strike number 1, Charmeleon didn't make it. But there's 150 Pokemon, and only 30 of them are there, so that's quite, you know, there's 50 less Pokemon in Johto, so maybe Quilava made it. Number 1 in Johto ended up being Umbreon. Actually, I mean, an evolution being that high... Wait, actually, I just realized, wait, Flareon isn't on here, is it? Or am I tripping? Is Flareon on in the Kanto one? Flareon just isn't here. Flareon isn't here. That's crazy. I figured Flareon had more fans than that, but Jolteon and Vaporeon made it. Yeah, you can probably expect to see evolutions in most of these. Umbreon's number 1. Tyranitar number 2. Yeah, pseudo-legendaries typically get a lot of love. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Then there's Lugia, Typhlosion at number 4. Are we going to see a Quilava? Scizor? Ooh, okay. Scizor and Ampharos. Espeon, Cyndaquil. Okay, so the favorite starter from Generation 2 is Cyndaquil and Typhlosion. We've got Suicune and Totodile. Chikorita's not even going to be on here, is she? Crobat's number 11. Celebi. Oh, Chikorita is on here. Oh, go on, girl. Number 14. I rate that. Ho-Oh, Feraligatr, Haruka. Natu? Why is Natu on here? Like, I feel like this must be to do with the anime. Why is Natu so loved? Why has Natu got more votes than Pichu? What's going on here? Houndoom. Not a big fan of Houndoom. Togepi. Togepi. I figured Togepi... How is Natu higher than Togepi? Yo, you guys are weird. Who goes out of their way to use their vote on Natu? I'm a big Natu fan, but what? And then we have Quilava's on here. Yes, I was one of those votes. My boy. Quilava is number 24. Quilava's ahead of Porygon 2 and Wooper, which is very surprising. Very surprising. Yeah, I'm with it, man. That's awesome. This whole list kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I mean, a lot of it makes sense, but like Natu ahead of Pichu. What is that? Are we okay? We live in a society. I'm trying to think if there's any other cool Pokemon from Gen 2 that I'm surprised that aren't on here. I think they covered most of like the super cool ones. Where's Murkrow? Is Murkrow not on here? Oh man, my poor baby. All right, Generation 3, Rayquaza won. I'm not really surprised. Rayquaza's a GOAT. Gardevoir came second. Very close. Rayquaza Gardevoir is actually a very close voting. They're like 400 votes apart. Not even like 300 votes apart. That's mad. And then third is Flygon. Makes sense. There are a lot of Flygon fans. Sceptile is the most popular. That's interesting, actually. Sceptile, and then Blaziken, and then Mudkip. God damn. And then Metagross, followed by Jirachi, Milotic, Absol, Swampert, Salamence. Yeah, these all make sense. Aaron. Okay, I love Aaron as much. Why is Aaron so voted highly? That's weird. Okay, then we got Latias, Altaria, Kyogre. Aaron is ahead of Coyote. Mawile. Yes, my girl made it. Top 30, baby. Breloom, Torchic, Latios, Groudon, Deoxys, Grovyle. Grovyle being as low as that is actually kind of surprising. He's ahead of Trico, though, which is also surprising. Sableye, another one of my... If I didn't vote Mawile, I would have voted Sableye. Shedinja, and then Mighty... Why is Mightyena on here? Interesting choice. Dude. You guys are catching me off guard. Where's Duskull? Duskull just isn't on here. That is sad. Why? Okay, Aaron is catching me off guard. What is going on with this, man? Some hacker, man, loved Aaron so much they botted the votes. I swear down. All right, Gen 4, we got Lucario, Garchomp, Luxray. That's the whole list. That's all you need to see. I'm not surprised. Those are literally Gen 4 in a nutshell. Then followed by Piplup, Infernape. Yeah, that makes sense. Torterra is going to be the least popular one. Darkrai. Love a bit of Darkrai. Glaceon, Arceus. See, this is weird. In Japan, Arceus was the second most loved Pokemon of all time. Rest of the world gets involved. Arceus is number 8 of the generation. Glaceon's ahead of it. That's mad. Empoleon, Giratina, Leafeon. Yep, Glaceon's more popular than Leafeon. That's strange. I like Leafeon's design more. Torterra's right here. Shaman's number 13. Another one on the board, boys. Dialga, Gallade, Staraptor, Togekiss. I figured Staraptor would be a little bit higher, actually. Everybody had a Staraptor and a Luxray on their team. Gliscor, Lopunny, Bidoof. Of course Bidoof's on here. Of course Bidoof's on here. Bidoof's ahead of Turtwig. Barely, but Bidoof's ahead of Turtwig. Weavile, Frostlass, Pachirisu, Rotom, Roserade. I love Roserade. I'm here for that. Shinx is on there. Munchlax is on there. Porygon Z made it. Yes. All the Porygons are on here. Yes, I'm here for that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these, like, when you see it, like, they make sense, but then there's always, like, the little outliers where it's just like, why? To be honest, I'm trying to, like, look at Generation 4 and I'm just like, I guess the only thing that's kind of catching me off guard is Staraptor being as low as it is. I mean, it makes sense that Bidoof is on here because, haha. Yeah, Pachirisu's on here because Pachirisu's badass because of Pokemon Worlds, maybe. Yeah, to be honest, Generation 4, I think just makes a whole lot of sense. There's not really one where I'm like, why? Whereas Generation 3, I'm just like, why is Aaron on here? What did Aaron do? Was Aaron funny in the anime or something? Like, what's going on here? Anyways, Generation 5, is there any... Chandelure. Chandelure 1. That blows my mind. That has got to be the most, like... What is going on? That is crazy. Chandelure won that. Chandelure really won that. Followed by Zoroark and Hydreigon. That makes sense. Volcarona makes sense. Haxorus. Don't like Haxorus, but makes sense. Serperior. Yes, Serperior is the best starter of Gen 5. We've established this. Oshawott. Zekrom is more popular than Reshiram. Absolutely here for that. Krook being popular. Snivy. Zorua. Yep. Makes sense. Excadrill, Lilligant, Litwick. Why is the Litwick line so popular? Any Scraggy? Please spare some Scraggy, ma'am. No Scraggy. Generation 5 added 156 new Pokemon, so it makes sense, I guess, that the Scraggy's probably at least in the top half, or Scraggy and Scrafty are probably in the top half, but they didn't make it to the top 30, so that is Sad. But, I mean, I'm getting more in my top 30 than I thought I would. Chandelure 1. I can only imagine Pokken maybe had something to do with it, and then also just because it is actually a really cool design Pokemon, but I don't know. That is weird. That has got to be the weirdest result so far. Generation 6. Wow. Greninja 1. Who would have thought? Followed by Sylveon, Aegislash. Goodra's number 5. Okay. Goodra's a lot higher than I anticipated. I'm here for it. I don't even need to continue. I've already got who I wanted. Talonflame's on here. Yveltal is more popular than Xerneas. Yes, I'm right. I'm always right. Gumi's number 9. That makes sense. Tyrantrum being as loved as it is actually kind of weird. Hawlucha, Meowstic. Here for that. Zygarde. Bryxon number 18. Yes, sir. Pancham, go away. Pangoro, go away. Heliolisk number 29. Froakie number 30. Wow, okay. Delphox is actually quite high up. Delphox getting more votes than Froakie is very, very strange. All right. Was the grass starter, Quilladin and Chespin, they're not even on here. Damn, that's crazy. I thought they were cooler than the fire ones. Chespin's my personal favorite starter from Gen 6, so the fact he's not even on here is kind of mad. All right, now we're looking at Alola, Generation 7. Mimikyu 1, not surprised. Rowlet came second, followed by Decidueye. Not surprised by that either, to be honest. Lycanroc, okay, that's definitely got to be because of the anime. Followed by Zeraora and Incineroar. Why is Zeraora so loved? He got a movie, I suppose. I was going to say, like, in-game, he had nothing. He kind of just got given to you. Interesting. Golisopod? Yes! Thank you for loving my weird bug boy. Primarina and Beware, gotta be because of the anime, of course. Solgaleo is more popular than Lunala. That kind of breaks my heart a bit. I love Lunala. Buzzwole is number... These... All I can think about is because of the anime, like... No, obviously not everything just because of the anime, but like Buzzwole sucking on that Snorlax that one time is like something I can think of. Pyukumuku, Litten's number 13. Yes, yes. Popplio's not gotten any love so far. I mean, well, Primarina was up there. Silvally, yep. I figured Silvally would maybe be a little bit higher. Pyukumuku is a meme Pokemon. Of course he's up there. Vikavolt and then Salazzle, Komodo, Marshadow. Figured Marshadow would maybe be a bit higher because Marshadow got a movie too. Rockruff, Serena, Loranis, Lunala. Dude, I love Loranis so much. Such a quirky, cool mon. Toxapex, Tapu Koko. Ooh. Damn, I figured Coco would maybe be a bit higher. Ribombee as number 30. Cosmog. Why is Cosmog? Whose favorite Pokemon is Cosmog? And I just need to talk. Mudsdale's got more votes than Necrozma. Tapu Koko. I figured Tapu Koko would maybe be a bit higher because of the anime too, but nope. Interesting. Gen 6 is very weird. Torcat isn't on here though, so that's another loss for me, unfortunately. And I already spoiled it. Generation 8. Dragapult 1. Then Toxtricity came second. My boy, he was so close. He was 2,000 votes away. If I promoted this, you guys would have hooked Toxtricity up with a W. I already knew you would have. Corviknight number 3. That makes sense. Corviknight is a very cool Pokemon. Snom is 4th. This is the power of the internet. This is the power of the who went out of their way and used their one singular vote on Generation 8 on Snom. Who did it? I need to talk. Why? Why Snom up here? Alcremie, Cinderace, reigns supreme as the best starter. That is facts. Then Stabby is number 7. Stabby, what are you doing here? Number 8 is Yamper, Wooloo, yup. Inteleon number 10. Yup, Rillaboom is the worst one. This is literally my order. Like, this is my order of favorite. Cinderace, Inteleon, Rillaboom. That is my order of the favorite starters. Like, even the internet agrees. Surfetched, Scorbunny, Hatterene, Sobble. Sobble is even beating out Rillaboom. Meltan, Meltan made it. Good boy. Phalanx is number 16. Yes, we love that. Appleton is number 17. I think Appleton's ahead of Flapple, so I'm here for that. Eternatus is number 18. Why is Eternatus so high? Grookey's number 20. Poor boy. Zamazenta. Dude, Appleton's ahead of Zamazenta. That is sad. Poor man gets no love. Melmetal's pretty high up too, which I'm here for because I love Melmetal. Dracovish made it into the top 25. Frostmoth made it up there too because of Snom relation. 27 is Ice-Q, Obstagoon. Rillaboom barely makes it. And Cramorant's number 30. Come on, man. Cramorant deserves better than that. Interesting choices though. But again, I got another Pokemon on there. So in total, I have a Pokemon on Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Kalos, and Galar. So I'm only really missing Alola and Kanto. and Unova. So 5 out of my 8 picks are in the top 30. I guess I can't really complain too much about that. But yeah, Pokemon of the year. I hope this is something that they decide to do even more. I suppose, because it's always cool to just, even if it's not every year, even if they do this, I guess, and I don't know when they would do it again, and then in the next decade, it's super cool to just look at what Pokemon the internet love the most. If none of your favorite Pokemon made it on here, don't fret. It's okay. It doesn't mean your favorite Pokemon's bad. It's just, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's any Pokemon that I'm surprised. I think like all the Pokemon on here typically make sense. It's more just the placements catch me off guard. Except Aaron. Why is Aaron number 12? What did Aaron ever do? Why is he on here? I'm also kind of surprised that Scraggy isn't up in the top 30, because Scraggy was definitely an anime fan favorite, but it just shows that the anime doesn't hold all that much weight, I suppose. But yeah, let me know which Pokemon you chose for the Pokemon of the Year vote, and let me know if they actually made it to the top 30 or whatever. Thanks for watching. Sorry if this was a bit long-winded. I just wanted to take a look at this because I figured it was a pretty important part of Pokemon this year. It's good fun to look at what everybody else likes, and I'm just glad that 5 of my boys made it to the top 30. At least. I think the only one that made the top 10 was Goodra though. So that means my taste isn't super... Actually no, Goodra and Toxtricity. That just means my taste in Pokemon isn't super overrated, I guess. If any of your Pokemon made the #1 spot though, you're a normie.